Oh. Oh, did you see that deer? That was close. If you are scared or concerned or bothered by riding a motorcycle, whether you're new, well, first of all, you should be more concerned about doing something like that. But if you're concerned about riding a motorcycle because you're just getting started, or you've been in an accident and you're worried about getting back on the bike, this video is for you. I'm going to tell you what I have went through and maybe give some tips that'll help. So are you thinking about getting into motorcycle riding? Maybe you haven't ridden for years. Maybe you just started riding and you dumped your bike in a parking lot. Or maybe worse, you've been in an accident and you're not sure if you can get back on. I want to tell you my story, and I'm hoping that helps you. I did not grow up riding motorcycles. I just didn't. But when I went to college, I had a roommate that had a bike. And I think it was I don't know, a Honda or something. And we lived about 5 or 6 miles off campus. And I asked him if I could ride it around the neighborhood. And I did. And kind of got used to it and started to decide that I was going to take it to class every now and then, which I thought was really cool. By the way, it's 5 miles in straight. So nothing I could really do to kind of get in trouble, except that the first day I was going to class, I was coming out of our neighborhood and there was corn like this all over the place. And I was taking a turn and I decided to not look where I want to go. I looked straight into the corn, and that is right. I dumped the bike, or let me say I stopped the bike about 2 feet into corn. Not good, right? Not good at all. So that was my first experience. So after I left school, I did not ride again until many, many years later. And I was in my mid 40s when I started riding again. And I decided that it was something I really wanted to do, but I wanted to take a class and get kind of used to it and make sure that I could do it safely. So I was starting to take the class, and the weekend before, I was visiting my sister, and I went to her by her house, and her neighbor had a Suzuki, I think it was a C50 maybe, out in his driveway. And I am looking at it and going, oh man, that is really cool. So I decided to stop again, not taking the class yet, right? And I asked him how much he wants for the bike. And he told me, and I said, do you mind if I take it for a ride? And he said, sure. That's fine, go ahead, right? So I had my helmet with me because my sister had said that her neighbor had a bike for sale, and I decided to drive it around the neighborhood. Again, no problems, except that I came to like a cul-de-sac. So I was making that first turn, you know, when you turn you want to look where you're going, and I got fixated on this guy's driveway. And not only did I start making a turn, I went almost up in his driveway and basically drove the bike down the sidewalk to the next driveway to get back on the road. So if you're a little concerned about stuff like that, I am just telling you, that's how I started. Oh, did you see that deer? That was close. So I decided to take the Harley Riders course. Forgot the official name of it. It's right down there. And I think it was, if I recall, it was 3 or 4 days. 2 days on a course in the parking lot, 2 nights for a few hours in class, and it was really fantastic. I am a firm believer that not only is the Harley course something that you can and should take. If you're not a Harley rider, you're gonna ride something else, hey, that's fine. Go take some sort of accredited training class that is going to help you, because it is going to not only teach you the rules of the road, things to look out for, and then it's also going to teach you how to be safe. And you're going to get in a parking lot and you're going to do some training. You're going to do some training on making those tight turns. You're going to have some training on stopping quickly. You are going to start the confidence build when you do that. As a matter of fact, if I have a tight left or right turn that I need to make at slow speeds, I still remember the instructor screaming to me, "Bob, put your chin on your left shoulder, put your chin on your right shoulder, turn that head, look where you're going." And it's still 10, 15 years later, whatever it is, it still hits me every time I make one of those tight turns. I hear her voice just screaming at me, and I am appreciative of that for sure. So I remember when I was in that class, and it told the instructor I had just bought a bike. And by the way, the bike was sitting in my garage. I did not ride it home because I was scared to ride it home. I had a buddy come help me pick it up on his trailer. That's probably bad, isn't it? But that's just how I was. Maybe you're that way too, right? It's totally understandable. And I'm not exactly sure where I'm at. But I told her, I'm like, I think I want to get a Harley one day, but I'm a little concerned about if I buy one, how am I going to get it home? And she goes, "You're going to ride it home." I'm like, "I don't know." She's like, "Keep practicing. This confidence is going to happen. And you know what? We'll take it to your house. But better yet, when you get one, you let me know and I'll ride with you home." And I'm like, "Oh, man." So I started to build a little bit of that confidence. So I didn't buy another bike right away. What I did to start getting confidence is I started riding around the block. I'm going to be honest with you. That's what I did. I may have done that for weeks. And then I would get in parking lots and I would start to do turns and figure eights, stop quick, learn how to lift my butt up if I'm going to ride over like a board or something, swift maneuvers if something's in a road. I learned that stuff and practiced that stuff a ton. One thing I wish I did was grab a buddy or maybe even somebody in that class and said, "Hey, let's practice together," right? I really wish that I kind of did that, but I practiced. I'm telling you, I did not get on an interstate for 4 or 5 months. So if you're freaked out about getting on the interstate, don't even worry about that. First of all, you don't need to ever get on the interstate if you don't want to. And don't let anybody tell you what you should and shouldn't do. But you do you, and you do what you are comfortable doing. And I will tell you what's going to happen over time is you're going to do a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and you are going to start to get confidence like you never thought you would have. And you'll kind of look back at the time that you weren't or concerned about riding, you're like, "Wow, I can't believe I thought that way." But if you're thinking that way right now, I totally get it, and there is nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Now for me, I'm a believer, some people don't believe in this, but that you just go get a used bike. Just practice on it. If you happen to drop it a little bit, it's no big deal. You're going to have crash bars on it. That is not a huge deal. It is going to happen. If it hasn't happened to you, it means you're not riding, and it's going to happen to you. It's just a matter of time. So don't worry about that. Go out. I had that Suzuki, again, I think it was a C50 for maybe 30 days before I went and bought a Street Glide. So don't let that worry you at all. And I am telling you, you can do this. You got this. And if you're in Michigan, by the way, and you're a new rider, you leave something in the comments or send me a message on Instagram. I go by BoDean 52 there. And you're a little concerned about that, call me up. I'll come ride with you. And I'll do that practice with you in the parking lot any day. You name it. And if you think that you will never ride a motorcycle this size with this weight, this is about 850 pounds, I guarantee you, as you get the confidence and get your skills there, you will love a large motorcycle like this because it really drives itself, rides itself. All you need to do is keep the bar straight. Now, if you've been in an accident, maybe that's a little bit different story, but maybe it's not. Now, I have never, knock on wood, been in a motorcycle accident. I have dumped my bike at slow maneuvers. I've ridden into a cornfield. I've ridden into a ditch with 3 buddies right next to me. But I've never been in a serious accident. So it is a little bit hard for me to tell you what to do if that has happened. I will tell you if it's a normal, hey, I tipped it over, I forgot to put the kickstand down, I made a tight turn, I didn't give it enough throttle. That is normal stuff. It happens no matter what anybody tells you. They just don't want to admit it, but it definitely does. And I have never been out here, and it was coming in a little hot on that corner, don't you think? I cannot tell you what to do. I will tell you this. I have a very good buddy who was in a severe motorcycle accident that totaled his bike, but could have killed him and his wife. And some scary stuff happened a few years ago. I remember talking about it. I remember seeing pictures. Something that can really leave you shattered. And I will tell you, for the longest time, there was no riding in that family, right? It could have been over, but I think they did one of the right things, is they just talked about it and gave it time. And if you fast forward through that, my buddy is back riding, loves it, and I think thinks about it at times when maybe traffic or something is really bad. I know he's more cautious, I would assume, than he was before. And his wife, not riding. You know, maybe she'll get back on someday, but you know what? That is absolutely okay. I totally get that. And again, I have not been in that position, so I don't know if I had an accident like he did, honestly, if I would ride again or not. Everybody can say get back on the horse. Come on. You just don't know until it happens to you, and hopefully that never happens. But I will tell you this. Motorcycle riding is something that will change your life. It will let you see parts of the world, the country, even the area you live, like this. I've never been back here. And it will make your life a ton better. Because it is something that you meet friends with. It's honestly some good exercise, and it just introduces you to a whole different world that you never thought you had. So hopefully that helps, whether you're new or you have been in an accident. You got this. Take it slow, pace it, practice a little bit more at a time, because confidence is very important. You got to have it to really be a good rider. If you don't have it, keep practicing. You will get it, I promise. That's it for BoDean 52. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. It definitely helps the channel. If you never see me again, you're gonna know that I'm lost at Dansville Road, because I have no idea where I'm at. But I'm gonna find that out. You all be safe. If you enjoyed the channel and enjoyed the video and want to subscribe, we'd gladly have you join by have you join the BoDean craziness, and I appreciate you guys checking in. Hey, make sure, be safe, practice, practice, practice. Message me if you need somebody to ride along with you. I'll do it any day. Be safe, check on a friend, folks. Peace.
Oh, it's time for me to check on all my friends, like the Wolverines and Lions for the win. This is BoDean by my side, we'll take Harley for a ride. I love you all like I love Michigan.